So this is part 2 of the introduction to HTML. We have looked at the heading tag, paragraph, and selfless tags like the HR and the span. So the next one we'll be looking at now is the A tag over here. The A tag. Now, the A tag is used to add links to our HTML, right? It is used to add links to our web content. You use it when you want to embed an external resource to your web page. It could be a link to another website. It could be a link to a document. As long as it is a link and you want to add it to your HTML, you want to add it to your web page, you use the A tag. So let's go to VS Code and see how it is used. So if you have watched the first class, you should have a code like this. Okay. We write our A tag every other way we write tags in HTML. You have your first tag, which is your starting tag, and then your ending tag with a backward slash. I am using autocomplete, so yours might not be using autocomplete, so you have to write this. Now, after writing this, we need to add our web content. Also, we need to add the content that will be displayed. So for me, I'll be linking W3 schools. So I'm just going to write W3 schools here. So I'll go live and then we'll look at it. Now we can see the A tag is already on the web page. But when I click on it, nothing is happening. Remember, we're trying to embed an external resource, in this case, W3 School, different websites to our web page. But when I click on it, nothing is happening. It's not bringing up W3 Schools. It is because we haven't added the href attribute. The A tag is different from every other tag we have looked at so far. The A tag must have an attribute called href. Okay, and in this href, this is where we are going to add the link to our external resource. So I'm going to go back to my web browser and I'll get the link for W3 schools. So I'm just going to copy this, Ctrl C, and then head back. Now you have to paste your link in these quotes. You see this double quote, you have to put it there for it to work. So once this has been added, I'll go back to our web page and then let's see what has changed. Now you notice before it wasn't active. It was just blank like every other text on this web page. But since I added the link, you see it's showing a clickable text and it is underlined. It is a different color. So this is showing us that this is a link. So I'm going to click it and then we'll see what happens. You can see it has redirected me to W3 schools. In the first example, when I didn't add the href element, the href attribute rather, nothing was happening. It was just a plain text. But after adding it, it becomes a link and it can redirect me to that external resource I embed. But I want you to notice something. I want you to notice this tab over here. We are in documents right now, right? So I'm going to navigate to W3 schools using this link. Just pay attention to this tab. You can see that it's changed. That is because the content is opening in the same tab as our web page. Okay, it is opening in the same tab as our web page. Let's say you don't want this to happen. You want it to open on a separate tab like this, right? What you can do is you can add another A tag attribute, and that is called target. In your starting tag, the same tag that you wrote this href, that is where you write the target. So I'm going to write target. Now, target can take 4 values: blank, parent, self, or top. For this tutorial, we'll only be looking at blank, and blank allows us to open external resource in a different tab instead of it opening in the same tab in which it was embedded. So let's add it. I'm going to go back to our web page and then we'll click the link again and see what happens. You can see it is not opening in the same page as our document. It is opening in a different tab. So you can use that target attribute to when you want your external resource to open in a different tab. So this is where we stopped for the class on Tuesday, and there's an exercise. I'm going to share my screen. There's an exercise I would like you to carry out. And once you're done with this, you can go view the video on the screen so you know how to submit and to send me your classwork and assignments.